What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to the first installment of Respect the Game live reactions. We've come a long way, and this is the first of many for us to give y'all our instant reactions after marquee prominent games. So, if you are a follower of us, you know we've had our debates and our going back and forth up on November 6th, where the Boston Celtics were hosting the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, just coming off the Olympics this past summer, Steve Kerr benching Jayson Tatum. Also, Team USA not inviting everybody except Jaylen Brown onto Team USA. So all of that going on, and insert here all of our back and forth before we get into the live or the instant reaction after tonight's game. Insert here our comments from the past. I think whatever the number is set at for Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you smash the over because November 9th is the first game that they play against the Golden State Warriors.
Jayson Tatum and whatever that other boy name is that won the finals ain't gonna be enough. I ain't seen enough from Jayson Tatum to say that he just finna go and come to somebody's house and just dog them.
Bro, you gotta know they just been trying to annihilate Steve Kerr, bro.
They can try.
I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I got them blowing the Warriors the fuck out. Steph still being on the Golden State Warriors don't negate Jayson Tatum coming in there and busting their ass. As a matter of fact, take the unders on the Warriors.
Let's do it. No, I'm following through. I'm staying on this side.
So you still think the game is not going to be a blowout? You still think the game is going to be close? You still think the Golden State Warriors are going to win this game?
Okay, so I don't think that they're gonna win the game. I don't think they're gonna get blown out.
I think Jayson Tatum tries to go for 50.
The fact that they're playing at TD Garden in Boston, the Warriors starters will not be playing in the fourth quarter.
And it ain't because they'll be up 40. Like how that shit used to go.
And we back. So, you've heard it for yourself, you've seen it for yourself. Sedataious was baffled at the thought that the Golden State Warriors were going to fold under pressure against a Boston Celtics team. I was vigilantly in belief that the Golden State Warriors starters were not even going to be on the floor in the fourth quarter. And boy, was I absolutely 1010% and continuously wrong. Um, Golden State Warriors, they win this game tonight, 118 to 112. And it was important for us to do this now because I know we shoot once a week. This game happened tonight on a Wednesday. I know there's so much left in the week to go, and it's the presidential election. By the time, like, who would care? By the time we get to the episode next Tuesday, it's gonna be old news. And I, as your brother, I felt like you deserve this moment in real time as opposed to an after effect when like it's lost upon the news and the sports cycle. But yeah, Golden State Warriors, they don't disappoint you. They defeat the Celtics 118 to 112. What are your instant takeaways from the game, bro?
Yeah, it's a championship caliber. It's a championship DNA that I always talk about. It's like when you one of those teams and you know what it takes to get there, continuously, you know what I'm saying? Continuously, like not just get there once, you know what I mean? And so, and this kind of goes back to my argument that, well, this kind of helps my argument that the Kansas City Chiefs are like the Golden State Warriors and they're like kind of interchangeable, you know what I mean? It's like they have the best quarterback up against one of the greatest players to ever play the game, right? It's Steph Curry. So it's like you just kind of can't count those guys out. I never look at games that a team is going up against them and be like, oh, that other team just gonna win. Like you just that's just a sin. You just don't do that. Now I know we see it more with Patrick Mahomes. Basketball is 82 games. So, you know, some would say you can't even really make that comparison. But the way I see the DNA, the way I see like how these two players are technicians at their position, this is like, nah, bro. Like I would never ever be caught dead counting that player out, let alone the team that player plays on, right? Because they're going to always play for the greatness of that player. They're going to always play with we got our nigga. All we got to do is give our best effort, and having him, we're going to make some shit shake. And so that's just, I never go against that, bro. And you know how I'm a huge Steph Curry fan, even without Klay Thompson, even without whomever, Andre Iguodala, it's like, bro, no, you still got Steph. You're going to be all right. You could just continue to build around that. It's going to be all right. Even if he get old and wrinkly and all he can do is shoot the three, he's still going to be all right. and Steph is on his way to being more tenured and more of a veteran. Well, no, not on his way. Steph is a veteran. Patrick is a veteran because he's so good, right? But Patrick is still very young in his career.
With Patrick's experience and the extra games that he's gained over the typical quarterback just off his regular season, just off his postseason games alone, that's what speeds up the process for him to be that tenured veteran, even though he's still young.
Right. So it must be a thing when you mix races or something. It's like, I don't know. It must be. It's a thing. That's a joke, but it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, that when unity happens, you get the best football player and one of the best basketball players you ever seen. And then, yeah, man, that's it. And crazy, bro, because I kind of didn't stand 10 toes down, really. I was like, they still gonna lose. It just wasn't gonna be a blowout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you let your foot off the gas, so to speak, a little bit.
Yeah, because it's hard.
What made you do that? Yeah.
Because when you feel as though you are the only villain on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? When you feel like you're the only antagonizer, you know what I mean? You have to be smart when you antagonize.
Try to hedge a bit.
You got to be smart in the ways that you antagonize. You know what I mean? You can't just have yourself all the way out there. You can go out there a little bit, but you can't just, And that's why I'm like, well, because you see, y'all saying they played in TD Garden. I'm like, I could give Boston to win that game, but you're not going to convince me that Steph Curry is going to take anybody blowing him out. No. I don't give a damn. This is not the finals. It's a whole new season.
I didn't catch the first half. Coming in from work, I caught the second half, and so coming into the second half, Jayson Tatum, before he got going and had this 17-point third quarter, you had your Celtics. You had the Warriors trapping him off of ball screens. He's catching the ball very far away from the rim, and they're trying to trap him on any screen that he calls. And they did that with a couple of other players, but at times with other players coming off screens. But it seemed to be a point of emphasis when Jayson Tatum was coming off of a screen to be like, and I had texted to the group chat like Steve Kerr said, anybody but Jayson Tatum. like it's almost as if Steve Kerr knew what he was coming up against going into the game, and he was just like,
doesn't the world know?
Right, and it's almost like you got
millions of dollars to not know something that three niggas on the podcast knew is a problem.
Yeah, bro. Like I just feel like it was anybody but Jayson Tatum. But even in saying that, Jayson Tatum still comes out 9 of 18 from the field and gets his 32 points. But I think what got him going in the third quarter is he got a handful of buckets that came off just like broken plays, second chance points. And I feel like that they put him in a rhythm, got him going to feel like, okay, now let me really get in my bag and because also too they were down to start the third quarter, so like that kind of he played the whole third, so it put that motor in his back to be like, okay, I done hit a few threes, I done got to the run, got to the free throw line, we in the they in the penalty, like let me really, you know what I'm saying, really go to work. And so
and that don't work on a nigga that can give you 9 points in a minute, bro. That don't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that be my like the pivotal point where I make the decision on it. Like if the Warriors will get booed out or not type. You know what I mean? It's just like, nah, when they're having a guy that can score like that in spurts, you know what I'm saying, and it's consistent. Yeah, that Jayson Tatum magic ain't gonna work alone with just Steph Curry. If it's just Jayson Tatum and Steph Curry, it's not gonna work. And then when y'all said, "Oh, boy was out," I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, mm-mm. I don't see it. Al Horford ain't that good."
But okay, so and with that, because I was also thinking about this as well. I don't personally. I know right now they haven't, not your typical 7, 8 man rotation. Tonight they play 11 players. That being the Warriors. Steve Kerr said that's something they're gonna continue to explore as the season progresses. They came into the season knowing that was going to be the type of rotation they were going to be experimenting with. Um, but again, I was 1010% completely wrong about the Warriors. They came up, showed out in the Garden. Uh, Steve Kerr absorbed the boos from the crowd, and his players didn't let him down, and they came in there and got the dub. That being said, I still don't put a high amount of cachet on this win over the Celtics because they were without Jaylen Brown
Wow.
and Kristaps Porzingis. Is that hating, or do you feel like that's a fair assessment to be like y'all did what y'all was supposed to do, so to speak?
Yeah, bro, it's easy. Like I said in the park on the podcast, it's early in the season, bro. I don't think nobody should be getting excited about anything happening right now. You know what I mean? Um, Other than the stuff that we've been seeing that's like deliberately happening, like um, Phoenix. I like Phoenix. Um, San Antonio and Dallas. I can't think of nothing else for real off the top of my head. But what's really working, what really feels like it's gonna be something. Of course, nobody cares about New York. Minnesota have yet to show if they're gonna be in the fight. So, really, yeah, you can't really make too many assessments this early in the season. You really kind of got to wait till you get closer to All-Star to kind of try to see where the power rankings would be in the NBA.
Yeah, I would say like at least I feel like around at Christmas time, you should start to like get a real good gauge of like y'all are contenders, y'all are pretenders. Maybe y'all get the play in. Y'all are really wasting y'all time. Y'all need to rebuild. Y'all need, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need a trade or two. So I would say around Christmas time. I wouldn't say so deep towards the All-Star
All-Star
break, but
game.
I think I would say around Christmas, presuming certain people come back. Um, not everybody is injured. Um, Joel Embiid is expected to play soon, but obviously he just got suspended for 3 games um, for the incident shoving the reporter in the locker room. And I know yesterday on the pod we was talking about like over or under, does he come back before or after Christmas or whatever. So it's expected that he would be
Return
coming,
before Christmas.
return before Christmas. Um, I had we also talked about on the podcast yesterday. I know Shahar Izzo had brought it up, talking about the guard play and how guards have absolutely abused the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
uh, and so yeah, man. Guards versus the Boston Celtics. Um, LaMelo Ball, 33 points this season. Damian Lillard, 33 points this season. Stephen Curry, 27. Jaden Ivey, 26. Jordan Poole, 26. Jaylen Brown, 22. K Cunningham, 21. I wouldn't be surprised also too if like they had like point guards, they were giving up the most points to point guards this season to start through 8 or 9 games. Let's see what pulls up real quick. Point guards, no. Yeah, this season, 2024 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're giving up 25 points per game to point guards through 8 games. That ranks in the top 10.
Mm.
That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the seventh most. They're giving up the seventh most points to point guards per game at 25 per game, whereas the worst team in the league giving up the most points to point guards is the Bucks. They giving up 32 points a game. But yeah, man, that matchup for point guards, ball dominant point guards against Boston, uh, Drew Holiday and Derek White, they're not necessarily like you would like to think their defensive prowess is like going to lock people down, but maybe their defense is more so just making it tough on guys. But again, they're not at full strength. You don't got like when you have somebody like a Porzingis, right, on defense, you could overcrowd somebody on the
Yeah.
perimeter trying to push them and funnel them inside the paint where you got a Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis not playing right now, so that rim protector isn't
Yeah.
necessarily that rim protector not there. You may get caught on the island trying to play one on one with somebody on the perimeter, and so it's like you get beat. You don't have help. Then you got great shooter.
You get by you.
Guys get by you. Guards who are great shooters, and right now I know Jaylen Brown. He's missed the like past 2 or 3 games. So yeah, man. Stephen Curry just proving it again. Again, that is a great matchup if you're a guard going up against Boston. As he dropped 27 tonight, man. Man had the ticket, bro. And you remember what we said? I was like, yo, if they drop a promo, a discount on Stephen Curry, that's how you know it's a
20
setup.
and a half. Going
Going under, bro. I put JT over 30, took Steph under 25 and a half, or 24 and a half. Obviously, Steph, he killed that ticket. But I respect Steph. I only played one unit. I did not put it
right.
on 20, 30 tickets. I did not do that. 20, 30. I didn't put it on more than I just played him for one unit. Because I got respect for him. And I felt like he had a fighter's chance. If anybody, he
Of
gonna
course.
he gonna
Of
have
course.
he'll give you 27 and they still
You're
lose
not
by
even mad
20.
that you put your money on that. It's like that's all even me. That's all me. That's not nothing Steph do for real.
Yeah, man. So no, I didn't disrespect them and get crazy. Just played it on one unit. Like Sean Izzo said, uh Tate, Jayson Tatum points over and live with the results. Had the 17-point quarter after starting off slow in the first half, finishes with 32. Um Derek White went absolutely super saiyan from the three tonight. Derek White goes 7 for 16 from the three to have 26 points, trying to help Jayson Tatum beat the Warriors tonight. Um, but
You
yeah,
see,
man.
he shot the ball 16 times and made 7 threes.
No, he went 8 of 19 from the field in total, but from three specifically, he was 7 for 16 from three
Okay.
and 8 of 19 overall from the field.
Okay.
Um, Damn, that nigga only took 3 shots that wasn't threes. That night he took 16 3-pointers to him. But Derek White, I mean, obviously he's no stranger to being on fire from the 3-point line. Again, he got 26 points tonight, 7 to 16. From the three, shooting 43% from the three tonight. And yeah, man, it was a good game. I think that man, the Warriors I felt like when they had that lead, I know JT played the whole third quarter and they elected to put him on the bench to start the fourth, obviously, so he can get his rest, which Curry also did with Stephen Curry. Um, but yeah, man, the threes. the 3-point barrage that they went on. Yeah, I feel like the Warriors. I respect that they won it, but I feel like the momentum shift that you had taking the lead and that being the Celtics. I feel like y'all lost the game as opposed to the Warriors actually won it. Like y'all not supposed to give up that game. Like if not for just like because like y'all had it all, y'all had the table laid out for y'all. Jayson Tatum called fire. The crowd was in it. Y'all come back. Y'all take the lead. Um, but salute to the Warriors. They had every reason to phone it in. They on a road trip. They had every reason to phone it in and be like, we good. It is what it is. So salute to them. They
They
mental
play
toughness.
basketball.
Play basketball. Salute to them. That mental toughness. That championship pedigree. Even though it appears that it's getting broken up day by day with Clay not being there and so on and so forth. Like the championship residue still lies within that
Right.
franchise. So you were spot on with that one, Dacius. Um, yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if you have any closing remarks, anything else you want to add. This is definitely your moment to glow. I didn't want your moment to get lost in the wind
Oh,
while we're
no,
waiting
no,
until
no,
next
bro.
week.
No, no, no. I'm good. I'm good with us just doing this a little bit right now. That way it's documented that I know what the F I be talking about. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for rocking with us.
Yeah, man, this is the first live, or not necessarily live, it's pre-recorded, but this is our first installment of instant reaction at the games. And so if you're watching this and you're listening to it, you'll get this the following day after the game. So Thursday, let us know what y'all think about the game in the comments and how y'all would like to, if y'all want to see more of this, man. But yeah, like my brother said, love y'all beautiful people. Don't take y'all listening to us for granted. And we will see you next week or after another primetime game. Peace.